This is the portable air compressor by VT. Now, I was really impressed with this as soon as I took it out of the box it shipped in. For starters, the packaging is very nice. And now I know packaging can get overlooked a little bit, but it does show that they put some thought and some care into the product itself. And it also means if you're giving it as a gift, they're going to have a nice thing to open. Now, inside of this comes with the pump itself right here. It comes with a really nice carrying case for it. It comes with an inflator hose that has got a Schrader valve on the end of it. But then there's attachments that come with it as well. It's got these guys that you could put into, for instance, an air mattress to fill up. Much to my delight, it had an attachment here for filling up Presta valves, which are those high pressure bike tires that I'm going to try out a little bit later. And this is going to get a lot of use around our house. It also comes with a needle for filling up basketballs, volleyballs, things like that. And then it comes with a charging cable right here as well that you charge the whole unit with. Now, I was going to get one of these anyway, so a huge thank you to VT for sending me a sample. I'm going to try this out. I'm going to really put it through the ringer and give you guys an honest review of what I find. Now, I have a few concerns whenever I get a product that's kind of like this. The first, and this is probably foremost, is how hardy it is. How well is this going to stand up over time? And if a product is going to crack or break on you, it becomes useless right away. So I was really pleased when I took the pump itself out, and you can see the body of this is made of this really nice aluminum all the way around. I would have no problem throwing this in the trunk of my car, and I wouldn't worry about the body cracking on it. So I was really impressed with not only the pump itself and the aluminum that goes around the outside, but the hose itself is very high quality. And in particular, the valve on here is made out of metal and not plastic. If you've ever used plastic valved tire pumps, you know they break. And again, once they break, they become useless. So in terms of how hardy this thing is, you can tell as soon as you take it out, this is a really good quality product. Now, the pump itself is very interesting because it acts not just like a pump, but it does a number of other things. So if we turn this on, which you do simply by holding that button in, the first thing you will notice, it's the first thing that I noticed, is that the display on this is really great. It's bright, big text, very easy to use, and very simple to navigate around. So the display screen on this is just amazing. And I was kind of excited to see that this pump actually does other things besides simply being a pump. Now, if you look up on the top here, you'll notice that it's got a light built into it. And you can simply press that button and you can see it's a very bright LED light that you can then change to a flashing light. You can change to a couple different colors here. And when I think about having something like this in a car, I think about how useful that would be to be able to have a charged flashlight in the back or just a light to put out as a beacon. Now, the other thing that this pump does in terms of its features that I was really kind of surprised about is it does work as a power bank. So you can see up on the top here, you've got two USB ports. And one of the first things I did last night when I got this is I plugged in and tried to charge my phone with it. And it worked great. So not only do you have a portable tire pump, you've got a portable light with you, and you have got a power supply. Now, back to this as a tire pump, which is actually the reason I got this in the first place. You can see on the display here that you can set the PSI very easily just by pushing these up and down buttons like this. The hose here will go into the top. You attach this to your tire or your basketball or whatever it is you're inflating. You turn the pump on simply by pushing this button. And it will fill to that PSI, and then it will just shut off. Now, you've got some little icons up here. There's a car right there. So if you're filling a car tire, you have it set to that. And then you can simply scroll through. The next icon is a motorcycle. You've got bicycle tires. And again, we're going to use this a lot in our household, basketballs or some kind of ball like a volleyball, football, anything that you want to inflate that way. And I'm going to try all of this out in a little bit. Now, I was talking about how one of my concerns with product like these are how hardy they are, how well they hold up. Are they going to be tough enough? And this one certainly passes that test. The next thing I'm always concerned about is battery life. And so I want you to pay attention here. This has got a full charge in it right now. I charged this up overnight. And right now I'm going to go out and I'm going to start filling things with this. And then I'm going to leave it on for a little while. I think I'm going to keep the flashlight on. I think I might plug in my phone to charge that at the same time. And I'm going to see how the battery life does. And then we'll take a look at this again. Okay, well, I guess I don't have to worry about battery life with this particular unit. I went out and I filled up 3 basketballs to a little bit over 8 PSI using the needle attachment. Then I remembered that my snowblower tires were quite low. So I used the Schrader valve on that, pumped those up, both of them to 22 PSI. From there, I put in the Presta valve insert and filled up my son's mountain bike tires to 50 PSI. I did both of those. And then I even topped off my car tire to 50 PSI. And if you'll notice in the video, that whole time I had this light on, just trying to drain this battery if I could. And look at what we've got left here on the battery after all of that. The battery on this is unbelievable. This is far more than I expected from this unit. So my 2 big concerns on a product like this were, is it built out of materials that's going to be able to withstand getting knocked over or dropped? And I would say yes. In fact, when I was filling things up, this got knocked over a couple of times and it didn't do any damage at all. The hose is good quality. The valve is very easy to use. And the battery life, which you can see right here after everything that I just did, was just amazing. I'm going to continue to use this. My only issue is I don't know whether I keep it in my garage or I keep it in my car, but whatever I choose, I'm going to be happy with this.